and gentlemen. All right, we got two guys with Pit Viper shades on or something. I don't know.
I'm about to out-text text tonight.
You're not. Is it a real cigar?
Yeah.
You won't light that up inside.
I will not. No cigs inside.
You won't do it. Okay, it is episode 175, and we're in the midst of football season, but we are also in the midst of hockey season, as you can see.
Hockey game.
Those who cannot see and you're listening, J-Bi is in his Buffalo Sabres outfits, sweater. Sorry, Tex is in his Pittsburgh Penguins sweater, and those are some pretty sick unis. I won't lie, not as good as the Rangers, but that's okay. And we are in football season, but I don't. What's the deal with the hockey? Please explain to everybody.
Well, we're fans of our teams, and our teams are playing each other. So, like you guys will be in a couple weeks when the Cowboys and Niners play. We'll live stream that. We'll live stream the end of this game. Sabres currently up 5-4 with 5 minutes left.
Ooh, okay, that's all right. I forgot that they were. Nobody said that they were playing each other. I didn't know.
Yeah. You think we just like randomly decide both to wear our hockey jerseys tonight?
And we're also live streaming the Western Kentucky game where I have Western Kentucky money line, and they're up.
I took Sam Houston
14
money line.
Did you really? Oh, pick.
Wait, hold on.
Western Kentucky pick. Western Kentucky just picked it off on the 3.
I did though. I told you earlier that I wasn't going to do it, but I decided that it was close enough to do it. I did take the Sabres money line, even though they weren't plus money. I told you I was only.
They were both minus. They were both minus. It was hilarious.
They were plus originally, and then the Sabres got down to. I think I took them at minus 102. So it's like as close as you could get to plus.
Coward. Tex is frozen, by the way, even though he's got a space heater out on the blind. So is what he's calling it, the blind.
Real hunters use a heater.
Hey, you know who else uses a heater? Me today in our house.
No.
Today in the house was
you flipped it.
First day. Well, my wife came out and she was like, "It's 68 in here." I was like, "Yes, that's great." She goes, "Well, it's going to get down in the 40s." I was like, "Okay." And she goes, "Should I?" And I'm like, "Go ahead and do it." And you get that you go ahead and get that first whiff of when the heater first cuts on. You're like,
feels like the whole house is burning down.
There it is. Yep. There it is. So
we did ours beginning of the week, maybe Sunday, but we also have a 1-year-old. We also have a 1-year-old.
How cold was it?
What do we do? We went somewhere. We got home and the house temperature was lower than what it normally sets at when the air's on. And it was nighttime and the boy was going to sleep. So, wife didn't want him to get cold. So we flipped it and it's just kind of been flipped. It's kind of been bordering right at or a little bit hotter than the heat temperature. So it's been fine. Tonight, we got a head start though. So we'll be primed and ready tonight.
Good. I mean, that's a true that's when the seasons have changed. And I think we get an hour back. Do we get an hour back or no?
Not till
November.
It's when we're in Buffalo.
Oh,
we get an hour when we're in Buffalo.
Also, okay, shout out us. It is October 16th, 2024, National Liqueur Day. Liqueurs are descendants from herbal remedies dating back to the 13th century monks. J-Bi with a cigar. And let's start with this. Do you think your friends know you? Okay, let me ask this again. How well do your friends know you, and how good is your friend group? Because let me tell you something, Tex, J-Bi. BMO and I were in the process of booking a flight to Buffalo to go see our guy play. Shout out the Weapon. They were going to be playing the Miami Dolphins, and I was booking my flight, and BMO and I were discussing. What? What were you about to say?
Yeah, you're booking it a month late.
Yes, well, as is tradition.
Yeah,
that's how I do things. So, anyways, we found a good deal, and we came across the flight that J-Bi was on because he said he was going to be on that he was going to be on that flight. I said, okay. And I booked. We got to the seating selection, and we got to the seats of first class. And we got down to choosing which seat we thought Javi would be in. And how well do I know my guy, Javi?
Hey.
Nailed it.
Window seat.
Well, there's 5 rows in first class. There's 2 seats on each side. I don't know how many I don't know how many seats were left, but they called me. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and so I'm already in bed asleep at this point. And this morning, they said that they got on the same flight as me, and I was like, "What seat did you get?" BMO goes, "What seat are you in?" And I said 5F. And Kasuva by that time sent his picture, and he was in 5D. So he guessed right to be in the same seat with me without even talking to me.
I knew it, dude. I told you. I said, no. Javi seems like he's a back row. I was like, I've sat on the bus with him. He sits back row, window side. That's what he does. And I guessed it. I had no idea you were in that seat, but I was like, if I had to guess, that's probably the one he's at. And I nailed it. So
back row first class to me is the best one because you're up there, with the elites, but when you sit back row, it makes you feel like we're still kind of with our people. So that's why I like the back row of the first class because like you're still up there with the elites and doing your thing, but you're also like, I'm still back. So that's why I like it.
Well,
and you don't feel bad about leaning your seat back because there's a wall between you and the person behind you, but you can still lean back all the way. So you don't feel bad about, I might be in this person's lap, or they might be trying to use their laptop and I'm screwing it up because my seat's so far back that they have to tilt the screen.
See, that's what I didn't know. I didn't know about the back. I'm not a big first class guy. Like I've never really flown it, I don't think. But I wanted to be up there, and it was a fun game.
Get ready for your life to change.
Hey, I just know I was right there, dude. I knew it. I knew.
I'm not gonna say what airline you're flying back on, but you're about to have 2 like complete opposite flying. How you're gonna feel?
That's all right. Hey, it's not about that, dude. Not about that. Also, okay. Here's what we have to. What?
BMO said he turned on his heater a couple months ago.
Hey, he's had the snowshoes on. He's had the snow tires on. Big thing. We just wanted to give a shout out to everybody on TikTok who's yelling at us about our Caleb Williams comment. We don't really apologize, but let us explain. First of all, you have to listen to it in context. Secondly, we're not really mad at Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is just he's the middleman between us and the mainstream media, mainstream sports media, because all I really want to do is grab these idiots that spend 2 years basically telling us Caleb Williams is the most generational, one-of-a-kind talent we've ever seen. And then we have to get on here and then listen to them tell us, well, we have to bring him along. He's just a rookie. And I'm like, no. You can't spend years telling me he's the greatest thing we've ever seen and then tell me to treat him like every other rookie. Absolutely not.
Look, I think Brock Purdy should be more developed for a third-year guy than he is, but as a rookie, we didn't bring him along.
No, he got thrown right into the fire.
Yeah,
led his team to the NFC Championship, and then led his team to the Super Bowl. So if we want to go down the Brock Purdy road, don't worry. I've got stats later. We always do. This is Brock Purdy Wednesday. There's always some random stats, and feel free text Javi to bring your own pictures to throw up on the screen in favor of your guy whenever you please and whenever you want. But I always come prepared with the Brock Purdy stats. So we'll get to those. So for everybody who says he's a check down merchant, he's a yak king. Shut up. Lay off me. I'm starving.
Hey, I will say this. If Brock Purdy's rushing yardage is in between 8 and 11, I'm going to hammer it over every time.
Facts.
Oh, no.
Facts. Uh-oh. He said, oh, no. Not entirely sure what that means.
Let's go 5-5.
Oh, he thought he was going to get it with the victory cigar.
I did have a parlay where I said the Penguins are going to be up at the end of the third period, and now so that parlay's out. But
Does hockey do? Well, there's still 36 seconds left. Does hockey do what soccer does? Do a double chance?
no, it's about to end.
What is double?
Well, in case they play overtime, like I learned this the hard way in soccer. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bet one team they were, plus money to win, but if the other team wins, they were obviously minus money. So I bet them too, thinking like I'm gonna win this bet regardless. Well, at the end of 90 minutes, they were tied, so I didn't win either bet because you could pick a draw. So you could do double chance in soccer where you pick draw, or you could pick like Sabres and or draw. So it's like a double. It's like a double bet in one.
Hang on, wait a minute.
That sounds I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. That's a Buku question. Buku might.
I feel like you would have that in hockey. They're going into overtime.
Speaking, Buku's
Yep,
here.
you
Buku,
do, because basically it says I lost because I picked Penguins money line 3-way excluding overtime.
Yeah.
Did you lose yours too?
I probably lost mine because I picked Sabres money line.
Oh my gosh! And we both lose.
We
double loss. Y'all come up here. Look, hold on. Y'all
I still
come up here.
I still have my Sidney Crosby anytime goal scorer.
Here, listen, you two. Take a look. Take a look here, okay? Take a look. It's in a book. You see this? Everybody on the screen, it says quit playing parlays. According to Forbes Sports, DraftKings and FanDuel have made a combined almost 10.
Wait a minute. I was wrong. It's still open.
Mine's still open.
$10 billion.
I lost the one that I said I parlayed on. It was the Penguins.
I guess because there has to be a
up.
winner or loser, and soccer can actually end in a tie.
The Pittsburgh parlay
had to be up. Pittsburgh Penguins had to be up at the end of. There's a 3. That's what it is. Okay, now I understand what's happened. I understand that one now. Okay, so that one's still open. Got it.
Because you sent us this tweet, I'm doing a parlay every single night this week.
He's on a parlay parade. For those of you who can't see, according to Forbes,
I'm 0 for 1 right now.
DraftKings and FanDuel made a combined $10 billion in profit so far in 2024. 85% of those coming from parlays. 10% of its profits coming from casinos, and 5% profits coming from straight wagers. We just had your message right after that was hysterical. It was incredible. We cannot repeat that live on the air. Also, just to have a little fun before we get going, the streak's alive, boys. The streak is alive. Will Levis.
Hey, they play the Bills this week.
Dude, must-see TV is Will Levis.
That's not Will Levis in the bottom right.
I know, but he ran into the guy and broke that dude's leg.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. He went sliding into the sideline like 5 yards out of bounds and broke the dude's leg.
Jeez.
So Will Levis is just
meme king.
I never pictured him to be the next Jameis. Right?
Right now, currently, Derrick Henry has more rushing yards than Will Levis has passing yards.
Dude, Will Levis is our Jameis Winston.
Go.
Without the speeches.
I'm telling you. Oh, Texas watching Western Kentucky. Anyways, that's I just had to bring that up. I just figured we'd get going on a little fun route there. Okay. We're all right. This is good. We're right on track. Headlines. Anything else before we get going? We're also on the cusp of the sports equinox where basketball, baseball, football, hockey, everything's going on. It's crazy. Golf, all of it. Okay, we want to do the headlines unless you guys have anything else.
Headlines are good.
Okay. All right. Yes, we take we do the recap Sunday, and then we have a few days to let some information marinate, and then we pick out 5 things from the last few days. And here they are, the headlines. So let's get after it. Headline number 5. Jay Vi, You've not been on the air since the Bills won. The Bills win 23-20. The losing streak is over.
Dominated the whole game.
Before we get going, I will let you have your time to shine.
I mean, we're already on the Tennessee Titans and the meme king himself, but we were going. That game was about to be a rout,
Okay.
and we did make a poor decision and don't know how to hit down a Hail Mary attempt. I mean, it's like the 5th time I've seen that happen against the Bills. But you know, it was fine. The refs tried to make it about them, so that kind of ruined the game. I mean, it ruined the game for us. It ruined the game for them. It ruined the game for everybody watching. But it was fine. I read a tweet. It said if you add in offsetting penalties and penalties that were declined, officials threw a flag 30 times last night. There were 119 combined offensive plays. Then add in special team snaps, so a flag was thrown on more than 20% of the plays. I mean, it had to be some type of record.
That's 1 out of every 5.
Yes.
Correct? Yeah.
20% of the plays.
Dude, they had over 200 yards of penalties, and I said that was more than the Cowboys had their entire game against the Lions. I'm pretty sure.
That's true.
The refs are second in the AFC East right now. To be 1-0. But yes, also kickers, buddy. That was what happened. J-Vi slammed the desk. Kickers.
It's over.
Oh no. Oh no. Taking off his stuff. Jersey's coming off.
Leave the vipes on though. Leave the vipes on though.
He can't out text. He's got his Georgia shirt on underneath.
Oh my gosh, dude. All right. It's me versus virus all weekend, baby. Me versus virus all weekend. Let's go.
Started off on Wednesday night. Penguins Sabres. Man, if the Bills are playing the Cowboys this weekend, that would be incredible. Secondly, in that Monday Night Football game, obviously, Aaron Rodgers looks so bad. But the kickers were not having a good night, J-Vi. I don't know. Neither of them were.
Yeah, I mean, you say what you want about the win, and the win. I think the win had a lot to do with the Jets kicker, Legatron. I felt like that probably messed with him a little more than T-Bass, because T-Bass deals with wind in Buffalo every game. I mean, it's always a hurricane in that stadium. T-Bass is he's in his own head right now. Like, you can't explain it. You know, it's more than just, not being able to hit your golf shot right. You're in your head getting off the tee box. There's millions of people watching and your job's on the line. So,
well, you don't get 4 shots, 1 hole. You get 1 shot every who knows how many minutes. But yeah.
Maybe 4 shots a game if you're lucky, if your team's good.
I have to say that this was an all-time tough guy head coach matchup with Ulbrich and McDermott. No doubt about it.
Could you imagine that wrestling match?
I'm telling you, dude. Like, you look. Oh, was it Crosby? Wow. Sorry, J-Vi. Was it Crosby?
I don't know. I just saw him score.
It's Crosby.
That's a real shame.
My anytime goal scorer hit too.
You're welcome, dude. I helped you last night.
That feels good. Now my problem is Alex Tuck.
Yeah,
Tuck.
Yeah,
That's right.
I had a parlay for both him and Crosby to score.
Tuck, if you buck.
Didn't hit. So
hey, I don't think my parlay is gonna hit tonight either.
Dude, I need to put the side back up.
I got another one. So Western Kentucky and Florida International.
Yeah, I got Florida International and Sam Houston State.
So we're riding together on that one.
This is gonna be big for Sam Houston. I almost said Houston State.
They're down 10 though.
I know. I'm watching it. I got it on right now. But this is big.
They aren't going to do it though. They aren't going to do it.
Okay. They ain't going to happen. Okay, J-Vi. Bills basically take a stranglehold on the AFC East. They are 4-2. And I had a whole notebook written down of what I was going to say, but I left it upstairs. And I'd really like to go get it so that I could continue this. But
What's there to say? I mean, Josh
don't
Allen
know.
is the 5th player since 1933 to have 10 total TDs and 0 interceptions
Okay, that's
through
good.
6
Good. Keep it
games.
going. Keep it going.
Well, I have other stats for later on about our new guy we got, but Josh Allen is the MVP. There are Niners that are tweeting out, how has JA-17 not won the MVP yet? Because he's that good. I mean, the play that they won the game on, where he pulled the ball and ran it for a first down, he drew that play on the sidelines before they ran it. They ran similar plays like that and thrown it to the running back every time. Jay goes, "Nah, I'm just going to keep it." And he put him on the table, and he outrun
Best
the
running back
guy.
in the league, baby.
That's
Best running
right.
back in the league.
You know how many? He's got 4 more rushing touchdowns than Christian McCaffrey does in his career.
Hey,
Okay. All right.
it's between him. It's between him and Tractor Cedo right now as best running back in the league. By the way, he'll topper's ball.
Ooh.
No.
Also, shout out Western Kentucky for those sick helmets the other day. Y'all see those?
Yes.
Just googly eyes all over them.
When did Sam Houston State move up? Weren't they?
Last year.
Couple years ago.
Okay, here's what I wrote down. Jets throwbacks. I didn't know those. Were those throwbacks?
They're wearing. They're just like, that's their jersey now.
They just put gray on their face mask.
Yeah.
I'm out of breath. Glad there wasn't any toad poop out there. I wrote down field goal kickers. We already talked about that. I also wrote down running back controversy in Buffalo.
No.
Who's their running back? Is it Ray Davis?
Josh Allen.
Is it Josh Allen? Is it James Cook? We don't know.
It's James Cook, but I do love that we have a little thunder and lightning action now. If we need to run it through or up the gut, we got Ray Davis. We need to throw it out or run it out wide. We got James Cook.
So you're saying there is a controversy. You're saying James Cook can't do it all.
No, I'm saying it's going to help him stay healthy. He was getting too much work.
Okay. Refs. The roughing the passer was terrible.
Yeah, that was terrible. Bad. That was all-time worst.
Rodgers' second game-ending interception in a row. And then immediately threw Mike Williams into the bus.
And immediately got him cut.
Yes. And then, here you go. Get Frank Gore Jr. in the mix. There you go, B-Man. That's what I'm talking. Make it even more of a controversy. Come on.
He dressed. His dad was there. He dressed.
And then I wrote down Southern accent Josh Allen. You know Josh Allen's feeling himself when he gets that little Southern accent going after they win. So
yeah,
good.
This one's over.
Hero tackled Hall in the third, which I have no idea what that means.
Hero tackle?
Hero tackled Hall in the third. I'm guessing Breece Hall.
Oh, the rap running across the field and tackling Breece Hall on the 3-yard line.
That
was a huge play. And then he almost picked the ball on the next play.
There you go. See how
all while wearing the pillow on his head.
Yeah, yeah.
Which was like halfway falling off.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why the Bills
he looked like
such a hard time.
It looked like a wig they used to wear back in the day. That's what it looked like.
Well, there you go. So that's what it was. Okay, good. I'm glad I did that. That was going to eat me alive. And Fireman Ed's complaining. They think they're phasing him out. He thinks they're phasing him out.
Well, he already quit on him.
That's what I said. He quit. You can't.
He quit like 4 years ago. You can't come back and be like, oh, well, like, nah,
hey,
dude.
guys, look at what they're doing to us. Come on. Anyways, all right. That leads us right into two humongous moves made, one by the Jets, one by the Bills. Davante Adams to the Jets for a 4th round, could be conditional 2nd round. And then Amari Cooper to the Bills for a 6th round.
We gave them a 7th.
There you go.
In 2 years, they gave us a 6th this coming year.
Okay.
And we gave them a 3rd too.
Okay, so
Basically,
would
we
you,
gave him a third.
and he's not that expensive because the Browns
He's
converted all of his stuff to
it's costing
signing
us
bonus.
$800,000. The end of the year, he's a free agent, so it could just be an $800,000 rental. So we made out way better than the Jets made out.
Yes.
I mean, look,
Yeah,
the
he's going to
Jets
help you
the Jets didn't have a wide
if he
receiver
catches the
problem.
ball.
Yes, if he catches the ball. The Jets didn't have a wide receiver problem. They have an offensive line problem. They
Yes.
didn't do anything to fix that. Our second string defensive ends were whipping their tackles' asses. I mean, AJ Epinesa had himself a game, like a big boy game.
That's right.
But I get their connection they've had before. I get he knows the plays. He's still a good player, even though he's old, even though his hamstrings just automatically got fixed on the flight over from Vegas to New York.
He
But
already had his cleats made.
Aaron Rodgers still got to throw the ball to him, still got to be able to get the ball off. I just don't see that happening.
The Jets are 16th in passing and 30th in rushing. That
Yeah.
throwing the ball is not, like you were saying, is not their problem.
They've
Bills
scored more points offensively last year up to this point than they have this year.
Yeah. I mean, they have plenty. I mean, they should go ahead and sign MVS and then just go ahead and complete the whole gambit back together there.
Yeah.
Hell, trade for Aaron Jones. Why not?
But here's the deal. Here's the best part about this trade. Amari Cooper could have just switched the Bills' curse. He could be the guy that gets the curse off the Bills' back.
What do you mean?
He was born on the same day as the O.J. Simpson chase.
Oh, man. Whoa.
So I think that cancels the O.J. curse off the Bills.
Maybe.
Future on the Bills?
No. They can't stop the run.
Yeah, right,
No.
dude. We got Taron Johnson back.
No, they can't stop the run. The Jets, dude, they crack me up, man. Like that whole thing is just Aaron Rodgers' like little pet project.
Yeah, I saw a thing today. It was the Jets logo, but they just wrote Packers instead of Jets.
Yeah, well, dude. So they do they're almost Jerry Jones level where it's like, oh, we get blown out by 30 from the Niners. Oh, we lose a close game to the Vikings. What do? We fire our coach. Oh, we lose to the Bills because we throw a pick whenever we could have won the game. Oh, let's sign a receiver. It's like every time they do something stupid and lose a game, they're like, oh, but look at this. We're sorry. And then, dude, shout out to Aaron Rodgers for saying we're playing sarcastic ball out there. I do have to give it to Rodgers. He does not give a crap.
Yeah, he was mad whenever that penalty got thrown because you could even see his mouth. He said, "This is football. I don't know what that is."
Yeah,
he was talking to the dude who got the penalty on him.
Yeah,
that guy's trying to strip the ball.
Like the refs never blew the play dead. So you can't say he power drived him into the ground. You can see he put his arm down to stop himself. I mean, that was like one of the worst calls I've ever seen.
So we might as well play sarcastic ball. Great all-time reference. Oh, it's funny to watch Aaron Rodgers flounder and get in trouble and then blame everybody else. That's a guy who doesn't have. Does he have kids? He doesn't have any kids, does he? No. Okay.
No kids, no wife.
That guy has no idea what he's doing. The real question with these trades is whose legacy is more at stake, Josh Allen or Aaron Rodgers? Because clearly they're saying what we're doing with the Bills' 25th ranked pass game was not enough. I mean, and they're saying the same thing about Aaron Rodgers too. So this is a legacy trade for both of these teams. So obviously,
here's the thing though, is like Aaron Rodgers, he already has a number one receiver, and I get Lazard has the most drops this season currently, but he's been pretty good. He's got like 5 touchdowns or 4, whatever. But like the Bills didn't have anybody at receiver, and they really didn't have anybody at receiver when Shakir got hurt and didn't play against the Texans, and we still almost won that game.
This raises 2 more questions. The Diggs won the trade, correct? And Keon Coleman bust. Tex?
No, Keon Coleman's 5 games in. Now we're gonna move him to the slot where he should be playing anyway, and it's gonna be all good.
But
Let
Diggs
somebody
won.
get a little separation.
Diggs won, didn't he, Tex?
Yeah,
Wow.
he did. He won that. He won the breakup.
Wow, he did.
Because he got a lesser role.
They had to go in and bring somebody else in to replace him.
They lost to the Texans. They're like, we can't do this anymore.
No.
So, all right.
We also didn't have our best receiver against the Texans either.
Okay, we were trotting out Isaac Garendo at running back. I don't want to hear it. Okay, number 3, Jerry Jones is losing it. Jerry Jones was yelling at a local radio station, telling the radio station for asking him a question why he didn't really do much in the offseason like he said he would. And he proceeded to completely rip them a new one and tell them that he was going to have them all fired for bringing up questions that say he only does things badly and not talk about all the good he does, which I think is absolutely hysterical. And I also have a theory, stay woke. Jerry Jones staged all this. Everybody's like, Jerry Jones, I can't believe him. Like, you all naive idiots. Okay.
Does he want to be Vince McMahon so bad?
I don't know. But this, like, people are like, I can't believe. I'm like, yes, you can. This is all staged. He knew they got bamboozled, got absolutely embarrassed, got hoodwinked, run amok, bulldoze, flatline, whatever you want to call it. And then Jerry Jones takes the heat off his team by yelling at a radio station. So now people are talking about that. Stay woke, people. Stay
Jerry
woke.
Jones Biden, according to BMO.
What do you think, Tex? This is your guy.
I think you're a little bit right. He's trying to take the heat off the team by putting it on himself. He's also a little bit in panic mode, trying to figure out what the heck they're going to do.
Trick question. They can't do anything.
Yeah, they can.
What are they going to
Who
do?
will be their quarterback?
He's taking the heat off the team. Now we're all talking about Jerry instead of the team.
That's what I said. Stay woke. He knew exactly what he was doing. But people
the old shell game.
He's Iron Man. He's being Robert Downey Jr. right now at the end of Infinity Endgame or whatever it is. He's got the Infinity Stones in his hand.
What are the talking heads going to talk about? Because Dak and Caleb Williams have a bye week this week.
Dude, I can't stand it. The whole Caleb Williams thing's like, people are like, you're a hater. I'm like, no. You told us that this guy was going to change the game. Turns out he needs to develop like every other football player, and that's okay. Stop trying to tell me he's generational and unique and whatever. Buku says we need 11 more from Sam Houston.
No,
and Buttery Biscuits is here. Buttery Biscuits is here. Said first bad word about the Cowboys. He's out and taking his biscuits with him.
Hey, Cowboys suck.
No, they don't.
So you're about to find out, Mr. Buttery
They're going to make the
Biscuits.
playoffs. They're going
Next
to make the playoffs.
Next week. It's happening.
They're not even going to win their division.
Well, you know who is? Hey, who's leading their divisions here, J-Bye?
Washington.
49ers are, Bills are. Not the Cowboys.
Bills have been in first place since game 1.
Talk to me next week.
Okay.
Come see me next week.
We will. We'll be right here next week. Sunday night. You and me. Just laying down bets back and forth. Number 2, Steelers are probably going to start Russell Wilson. I don't know why, but I
don't know why either.
Sure. I don't get this, but another thing I don't get is Justin Fields has to have the longest. Just let's see what he's got in league history.
Yeah,
it's been like 4 years, and everybody's like, he's just got to get the right stuff around him. These coaches don't get him. Look at him. His completion percentage is going up. He's moving around in the pocket. I'm like, no, he's been doing the same thing for 4 years. We know what he is.
He takes his drop and then he runs.
He goes back, pats the ball, doesn't know what he's looking at, runs around. If his first read or two's not there, my goodness. Oh, dude, he's going there. J-Bye, take a look.
Hey, look.
He's pulling the
I
old.
would. I think the '90s were a great time. I had a great time growing up in the '90s, but it's the '90s for a reason. And the last time the Bills played the Cowboys, we ran it down their throat.
That's true.
I don't think Josh Allen threw for 100 yards that game, and he didn't play the fourth quarter.
Neither did Dak.
Neither did Dak.
Oh, man, they're paying Dak a lot of money not to play 4 quarters. Anyways, Russell Wilson might start. They have the 28th ranked pass game, the 26th total. I think they're putting the wrong guy in because Kyle Allen has a 118 passer rating. So,
Wait,
thoughts?
Kyle Allen?
Yes, 118. He's only thrown one pass, but 118 passer rating for the Steelers.
Jesus. I just don't understand the Russell move.
I don't get it.
Who are they
Me
playing
either.
again?
They're playing Sunday Night Football against the Jets.
The Jets. Yeah, and the Jets can't stop the run. So why are you going to take out the mobile quarterback? Doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Wonder if it's New York telling them, "Hey, we need to have a more marquee quarterback matchup. Will you guys please start Russell?"
We already saw Justin Fields once on Sunday Night Football, and that was
we tried to get the Jets to win the game against the Bills. That's why we had the refs throw so many flags. Didn't work. So we need the Jets to win this week. Can you please start Russell?
Yep. Russ has got to have a short leash, dude. Justin Fields has the opposite. Justin Fields has one of those leashes that has the button on it, and it just keeps going.
You know, for Justin Fields' development, it might be good for him to sit behind a veteran quarterback to learn, so he can have more time to develop.
Good point. Yes, he just needs more time, dude.
Yeah,
more time. Anything else, Tex, on the Russell Wilson thing?
No.
Okay. Las Vegas Brady-ers. Tom Brady finally approved for his 5% stake in the Raiders. And apparently he's going to have a hand in personnel decisions.
Ooh.
That means he's officially retired. He can no longer play. So,
and he has so many restrictions for broadcasting now.
yes, so he just laughs awkwardly in the booth and causes the Cowboys to lose every single home game that he calls for them.
I would get out of that deal if I was Fox.
This is the biggest troll job, Tuck rule, right? Didn't they lose? Didn't the Raiders lose because of the Tuck rule?
Yes.
Wow.
He went to his first Super Bowl because of that.
Wow. So he went back to where it all started. He owed it to him. I guess that's what he's doing, right?
And the Raiders owner in a press conference or media, whatever, yesterday said, "Today was a good day. We traded Davante Adams for Tom Brady and a third-round pick."
Yeah, you got to respect that. Was Brady a low-key Raiders fan all these years? What was his record against the Raiders? I don't know.
He is from the Bay Area.
So he wanted to be Niners.
I could tell you what his record was.
Ooh, look it up. While you're doing that, we got Thursday night football to talk about. Weekend hot takes. The GOAT rack bargain bin is the hottest thing going in sports right now. College football, we got to talk about that. So let's do the football drop, and let's talk about Thursday night while Tex looks up whatever that is. He was looking up.
Football. Yay.
Okay. Thursday night.
5-1.
He's 5-1 against the Raiders. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Thursday night, we have got one of the weirdest Thursday night game. I don't know why my brain was so confused whenever I saw this matchup. I was like, wait a minute, what? What is this? It is the Denver Broncos taking on the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. New Orleans 2-4, Denver 3-3. The Saints are on a 4-game losing streak after everybody crowned them the champions. Shout out J-Vi. And now their leading wide receiver, one of the absolute rocket ships in the NFL, Rashid Shaheed, has to have surgery. That's a real shame because we love Rashid Shaheed on this show.
Bub Everts. Isn't that his name? Bub Everts?
I don't know. Denver was on a 3-game winning streak. That was snapped. And Patrick Surtain is out. So he's not playing. Both of these defenses get interceptions and sacks. I was looking it up.
But Sertan's not playing.
Right. Sertan is not playing. But these were
Is
Denver has a really good
Olave
defense.
playing?
I don't know.
He got a concussion too.
New Orleans has 17 players on the injury report.
So probably not.
This is going to be hideous, boys.
Rookie quarterbacks.
Yes.
Top players out with concussion.
Yep.
Yeah.
New Orleans' most explosive players out. I don't know, man. New Orleans is 5th in points scored and literally middle of the road everything else. Their defense gives up the most total yards, but they're really good at sacks and interceptions. Denver, on offense, has nothing above 23rd, which is rushing, passing, total points, whatever. Their offense sucks. Defense for Denver, top 9 in everything but rushing defense, where they're 14th. And they also have a lot of sacks and turnovers. So good luck. I don't know what to do with this game. Probably nothing. And it should be a fun DFS game to play. I know that on Thursday night. So
yeah, I don't know if I should go back to the well and play Spencer.
Ooh, the Rattler?
Yeah. He really didn't have like that great of a game. I mean, he did for his price, but
right.
He was benefited with a lot of short possessions.
Ooh,
short fields.
Bimo just asked a good question about if we should wig out. I still think we should get 10-gallon cowboy hats when we go to Buffalo.
I just thought we established last episode that the wig, because the Trevor Lawrence wigs in England is actually a curse. Because our teams were terrible when we used to do that.
That's why I think we need to go 10-gallon bucket hat and just put inside on the front, ... inside the tin. Anyways, the hot takes from this Thursday night game. Broncos favored by 2.5 on the road. That's probably changed. So if it has, please let me know, Mr. Buttery Biscuits or somebody who has the actual live odds. I put this in the other day. And the over-under is 37. Terrible, terrible, terrible. J-Vi, hot take. What do you make of this game? And then give us a winner at the end.
So I think this is a must-win game for the Saints. I say that because, like you mentioned, they're on a few-game losing streak. The Falcons are starting to know who they are. The Bucs know who they are. The Saints are in 13th in the conference right now. This is a must-win game for them. Plus, they should flip the script and say that it's a revenge game against Sean Payton because of what he did to them, and now he doesn't even coach for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think must-win revenge game for the Saints. And to go, I'll do 2017 Saints.
Wow, so you're going to push the over-under.
Yes.
You jerk.
But I'm going +2.
I didn't know you were. So you're saying plus 2.5.
Yes,
don't even
Saints,
bet the over-under.
Saints +2.5. Don't. It's going to be a push.
There you go. It's a trap bet. I don't know. This game's weird.
I stay in the trap.
Tex, your hot take.
Is this the game that the Saints turn fully French? Do they rally the wagons, come across the ocean, and go to battle in the U.S. for the victory? Or do they just surrender?
Do they give up?
I think this game, they're going to win. They're going to get it together with Spencer Rattler, and they're going to win. I'm taking the Saints.
Saints.
Go
Saints.
marching in my end. Hurrah.
So
I
Tex
don't-
has the
the
Saints.
Broncos. I don't know how the Broncos. They just seem to be struggling right now.
Bo Nix does not play well on the road.
No.
Facts. Okay. My hot takes. This is one of the biggest sea level differentials of two teams we've ever seen. I looked up, I was like, man, I bet Louisiana is way below sea level. And it turns out that it's not the lowest point of sea level. That happens to be in California, which blew my mind, which I thought was going to ruin my hot take. But I kept looking and it said that Louisiana was pretty low. It was second on the list of like lowest. I was like, oh, okay, that's good.
Well, is it
So, you know
New
me.
Orleans is below sea level?
That's what I'm saying. It was second, but I was surprised that there was something. I thought for sure Colorado, Louisiana, like it was going to be the biggest sea level differential we've ever seen.
Oh,
Turns out
California's about to be in the ocean.
facts. But this is a battle of the sea level. Will the Broncos be able to handle breathing in that muggy air in New Orleans? Will that affect reverse whatever that's called?
Well, they play in a
Sickles.
dome,
Okay.
so that kind of eliminates the muggy airness.
But it is below sea level. Maybe extra pressure on their joints and bones won't be able to
The
run as
problem with
fast.
New Orleans is it stinks.
Also
Those
true.
horses that walk the street, they poop in the street. New Orleans just stinks.
Broncos are horses.
They try to hide it
They're-
too with the food, the Cajun food. So it's
So-
like a mix between like Cajun poop. It just stinks.
But the Broncos are horses. Maybe they're immune to horse poop.
Maybe.
Facts.
That's a good point.
Also,
Maybe they're going to poop in the street.
maybe the Broncos will just go pooping through the streets.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, nothing you can do. Gotta wear Broncos.
They'll be like, sorry, we don't have the bags behind us like those horses.
Yeah. Where's the blinders? Peaky Blinders. So, anyways, low sea level game. Also, tribute video to Sean Payton. Are we going to do one?
No.
Are we going to do a tribute video for Sean Payton?
No.
We're 0 for 2 on tribute video games.
He quit on them.
I mean, yeah, but he also won him a Super Bowl.
He also quit on them.
You could have stopped. I think the Broncos, I have to go with a better defense. I think the Broncos are going to win. The Broncos defense.
The Broncos don't have their best DB.
That's true.
But the Saints don't have their best. It's gonna. I mean, can they guard a tight end? Can they guard a tight end? I mean, we know what rookie quarterbacks do, and Spencer Rattler did exactly that last week. His 3 top receivers were the 2 tight ends and Kamara. Like, can the Broncos stop that? Who's that guy? Who's the running back that used to play for Detroit? No, that plays for the Saints now. He's the backup behind Kamara.
Jamal Williams?
Yes, they need to get him going.
Agreed. I like that. But I think Broncos are going to win this. I just do. I don't trust Spencer Rattler. I haven't trusted him for 5 years. What about England to New Orleans sea level change? Yes, probably. That's probably more. I'm not a geography guy. We know that. Okay. Anyways, that's Thursday night. Broncos pooping in the streets, apparently. All right, next. NFL Week 7. Here it is. We already talked about it. Thursday night game. There's a London game. What?
You going to do it?
Oh, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Maybe I wrote questions that would allow me to talk about more games. That's my hot take.
Great.
Anyways, bye weeks, the Bears and the Cowboys, as J-Vi said, what are the main what are they going to be talking about? Well, I'll tell you what they're going to be talking about. They're going to be talking about this game. Okay. They're going to be talking about Packers and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get a lot of this game here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And they're going to get a lot of this one here. All their quarterbacks that they like, all these new generationals, whatever, that still go through the same process that everybody else, but we have to believe that they're generational. They're going to get all the shine.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that the Panthers Commanders game, the Panthers Redskins game, is a trap game
For the Panthers?
for the Commanders.
Panthers are bad. I watched the Panthers last week.
I'm
They
just
are
telling you,
bad.
dude. I just got this feeling. And I'm gonna go with my gut.
I think if it was a veteran quarterback, I would agree. I think that
Hang on,
Jay
what's the
Daniels
spread
has
here?
something
What's
to
the
prove.
spread?
Still. It's -6.5.
spread?
That's one I'm picking
yeah.
actually.
Yeah, that's about. I'm taking the Panthers to cover that for sure.
A lot of good games on here.
Panthers is bad.
We got a couple of good ones in the 1 o'clock slot. I mean, you can quad box this thing for sure. 4 or 5.
I just don't know what the Colts are doing. They're talking about starting Anthony Richardson again. Like,
Idiots.
let Flacco play.
Oh, question for you. Taking the points, J-Vi, on that Commanders. Huh?
I don't know what the points are.
We're saying, are you taking the points with the Commanders?
I don't know what the points are.
You said it
I
was
think
6.5.
Yeah, but is he talking about over under points? I
No,
don't
he's
know what
saying, are
the
you
total
taking the
is.
points that the Commanders will cover? Are you
Yeah.
taking the 6.5?
Yes.
Okay, so you're saying they're going to win by a touchdown or more.
Yes. At least.
Lock it in. J-Vi's Marble Slab, Cold Stone Marble Slab, Cold Stone Creamery.
I think the
Ironclad.
the Vikings Lions game is going to be a dud. People are putting too much hype on it.
I think the
I
Giants.
also said that I think both undefeated teams lose this week.
Oh, I like that. You almost Vince McMahon me in the chair.
I think the 1972 Dolphins popped their champagne bottles this week.
Okay.
It's 8 plus. It's 8. The spread's 8 for the Commanders game.
Yeah, so I got
it
it
went
at
up.
6.5. Yes. So everybody,
yeah.
I don't know if I would do 8, maybe.
Any other games? Just looking at this. Any other games? We don't have to talk about Monday and Sunday night because we'll be live on those. But yeah,
The Bills are 8.5. 8. Well, they were 8 or 8.5.
It's
favored.
9 now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that.
Oh,
The Titans have the number 1 ranked defense in the league. I don't know why they're 8.5.
Whoa. I think the Seahawks Falcons is going to be a good one. I think this is a good week 7 is a good week of football. Minus Dolphins and Raiders. The Dolphins and the Colts, who gives a crap? Raiders, Rams, who gives a crap? But all the other games, every other game is very intriguing. So
I don't like the 2 Monday night games.
I don't either. The other one's on Monday. It's on ESPN Plus.
If you do that, give me the quad or give me the 2 box or flip back and give me like a red zone type.
Yeah.
Give me something I can just watch both of them. I don't like having to flip back myself. I'm lazy.
9:30 game.
But BMO wants us to talk about his 3rd favorite team and Texas' 2nd favorite team.
I don't
Jags?
I don't think it's I don't think they care about viewership anymore. I think they care about subscriptions.
Ooh.
That's what I think.
Here we go. Dominic Rodriguez, I think Washington gets got because of all the hype. Not as bad as but like Cowboys and Lions, game over hype underperforms. J-Vi, there you go. What was that text?
That was me.
I
already did it. I already took the Panthers.
That's Panthers what I'm talking about, dude. Put your money where your mouth is.
Yep.
Texas just wants to go against me.
Where are you at, J-Vi?
I took 6.5.
We're against each other all weekend. I told you.
I took the Redskins 6.5.
Yes. You guys need to keep a tally.
You already took it?
Who's going to win the betting? Who's going to win the betting belt? for the week. That's what we need.
I
That's
knew it was going to go up.
Okay. Dominic, Tex is riding with you. He believes you
Yep.
and your Washington Commanders. All right, so that's all the 1 o'clock or all the Sunday Week 7 games. We're gonna go on to our hot takes. I'm good. I just want to talk about the Chiefs and the Niners, guys. That is this is it. This is it. We haven't beaten the Chiefs since like 2014. This is it. This is Vindication Sunday. Brock Purdy ascends over Mahomes Mountain and never looks back. What?
This is what the Chiefs do. The Chiefs could care less about this game. They could absolutely care less. And I felt like they were doing this before because the Bills play the Chiefs every single year for like the past 5 years. And you know who wins that game in the regular season every single year? The Bills. Because the Chiefs don't care about that game. The Chiefs care about you putting all your best stuff out there to beat them because they know that it's still going to take your best stuff to beat them. So they let you put all your stuff out there to beat them. And then when they see you again, it's like what Greg Maddux used to do. He used to set guys up because he knew he'd see them in the playoffs. He wanted to strike them out in the playoffs.
I agree.
That's what the Chiefs do that. So I don't have any doubt that the Niners are going to win -1.5.
The
I have any doubt.
The only
Because
reason
the
I
Chiefs
care,
expect to see him again. And the fans get all excited about it. It gives people, I mean, the Bills, every year happens to the Bills. And we beat the Chiefs. This is our year. We got them. And then we get to the playoffs.
that is not.
And
No, what I'm
they
saying
know
is
exactly what they're doing.
I want to end their regular season undefeated. That's what I want. That's what I care about. And
But it means nothing.
it does mean nothing except for now. Whenever I have friends that are Chiefs fans, and I need this to rub their face in it and spend the next, I don't care however many months, telling them that Purdy's better than Mahomes. So selfishly, that's why I want it. I know in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't mean anything. That's what I said about the Ravens and the Steelers and the Browns last year when I was like, why do the Niners keep losing to the AFC North? They think they're going to face the Ravens in the Super Bowl. So they just didn't put anything on tape against AFC North. So, anyways, I want them to win so I can rub it in Yenz's face and I can rub it in Country Roads Take Mahomes' face for the next foreseeable future. That's all I care about. That's it. Give me a few months to just rub their face in it.
Oh,
That's
it's
it.
a lock. The Niners are going to win.
That's what I'm talking about. Now I'm scared that they're going to lose. Okay. Here we go. Hot takes.
I'm taking the Niners in that game.
Damn it.
See, Tex believes.
You guys are idiots. I don't know if you actually believe that or not, or if you're just trying to do what
There's
you.
money on the line. I believe it.
Okay. All right. I do believe it then. You're not just saying that, okay? Who wants to go first? J-Vi.
I go first.
Hold on, let me lead it in. GoatCon press conference, relevant weekly football questions for week 7 or college football. Go.
Is this a season on the line game for the Jets? I mean, if they don't get a win here, they could potentially be last. Because the Patriots could beat the Jags. The Jets could be in last place in the division. They made all these changes because this is their year. They could win the Super Bowl. They fired their coach. They got Davante Adams. Is this a season on the line game for the Jets this week?
Season.
Not must win. Season on the line.
Measuring stick game. Are they closer to the Bills? Are they closer to the Steelers?
This game matches up well for the Steelers.
Why won't the Jets run the ball?
Like the Steelers have defensive ends that get after your quarterback's tail.
Oh, that's going to be a disaster.
The Jets tackles are terrible. And I mean, maybe Najee gets going and Warren, I think Warren's back. Maybe Najee and Warren get back if Russell Wilson is the quarterback. But if he's not, if Justin Fields play, Justin Fields runs the ball. The Jets can't stop the run.
Mm.
They do have athletic linebackers, but they can't stop the run.
Mm.
So this matches up well for the Steelers.
It's in Pittsburgh too, right?
Yeah, I think this is a season on the line game for the Jets. Because if they can't win with everything they've done to help for Rodgers, what's his excuse going to be?
Mm-hmm.
Sarcastic ball.
The line stinks. That's what he's gonna say.
They're gonna bring
Dude, it's
whoever
gonna
is
be funny to
center.
watch him get everybody fired on the team and be like, none of these guys know what they're doing. Give me the ball. He's going to go out there by himself.
I mean, I said it too. They're about to start looking like Dan Marino and Jerry Rice in that Frito-Lay's commercial if they keep bringing back these old guys.
They're going to call Eddie Lacy next.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he's not doing too well.
He put him at do what the Cowboys
Chunk
did.
food.
Put him at line.
Oh, get John Kuhn out of retirement. Why not?
Hey, Jordy Nelson, what's he doing?
Hey, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Get who was the tight end they used to use all the time? Mercedes Lewis?
Shannon Sharp? Did he play for?
I don't
or Sterling Sharp.
Actually, somebody mentioned Mercedes Lewis. He's like, he's still playing. I was like, man, that's not Mercedes anymore. That's Oldsmobile Lewis.
Mercedes Lewis he's old enough to be in like that old Madden game with the bad graphics when he broke his leg and he's running down the sideline.
Oh, okay. Here's my hot take for the weekend. There is a real chance that the Bengals could be one game back in the AFC North. The Bengals are back, dude. Mr. Burrow. Take a look. Take a look. Let me explain. Take a look. They beat the Browns. Browns season done.
Yeah.
Steelers.
Folding it in.
Steelers lose to the Jets. They're 4-3. Ravens lose to the Bucks at the Bucks. Ravens 4-3. Bengals sitting there right at 3-4, one game back. Tell me I'm crazy.
Hey.
Huh?
That North is terrible this year. AFC North.
I'm just saying, Tex, thoughts?
I mean, that all sounds really nice. But is it true?
We're going to find out. Yep. Tex?
Well.
Tex, what's yours?
Are the Jets now the best team in their division with Adams?
No.
I mean, you can't say that. You can't say that.
I can.
You can't say that because you don't know. You don't know.
They're not in first place.
You don't know. But they didn't have Adams.
But they have him now. They have him now, and they're still not in first place.
No, buddy, they didn't have him, so you don't even.
When
Adams
takes
totally
the field
different.
on Sunday,
completely different team.
The game would this totally different team.
When they take the field on Sunday, they will be the second place Jets still.
Okay, we'll see.
Davante Adams catches that ball that Mike Williams falls down and snaps his leg.
100%.
Caught.
That ball's caught.
And the Bills go 4-3.
Here's the deal.
Caught and touchdown.
He
and
said that he ran the wrong route.
And they would absolutely be.
Bills would be sitting here at 3-3.
Yep.
He said the wrong. He
Just
said
like
he
Cowboys.
ran the wrong route, and I understand he ran the wrong route and heard a breakdown about where he was supposed to go and what he was supposed to do and stuff. But it was still a bad throw.
But you still don't. But you still don't. Now we're talking about something totally different.
Yeah.
They are the best team in the division now that they've got the full receiver core.
Aaron Rodgers was right. I watched the replay and I was like, "There's no reason."
He should have gone outside.
There's no reason for Mike Williams to go inside. They had three or four guys in the middle of the field in between they had them layered like an umbrella.
He still threw the wrong route. He still underthrew him.
He was holding the safety to Garrett Wilson, and then when he said he turned and flashed his eyes over there and went to throw it, he's like, "Shit, where's he going?" And it just fluttered. I believe that. I honestly believe him. I think Mike Williams ran the wrong route. There was no reason for him to go inside. None.
I'm not arguing that he threw the wrong route. I'm still saying it's a bad
I think
throw.
that we can all agree we can all agree that Adams runs the right route, catches that ball, and scores.
Yep.
And the
That's
game's over.
touchdown.
Yep.
I
There
agree.
was still
touchdown.
over a minute left.
I agree.
Game's
Look,
over.
everybody can say what they want about the kickers. Tyler
What's
Bass
Josh
still
Allen going to
made
do?
a
Is he going to
game-winning
run? Is he
kick.
going to run it the whole way down the field?
Yeah. Dude, we
Wow,
had
dude,
if we had Armani
you need to
Cooper,
wake- you need to wake up.
if we had Amari Cooper, then he would have ran
Look
past
at him. He's
everybody.
so
and would have
flustered. He
thrown
doesn't even know his
touchdown.
guys. He
I know,
doesn't even
dude,
know his
dude,
own
I just-
team.
I just put him in a blender. He doesn't know where to go.
Woo! Wow. Doesn't even know who he is anymore.
Who are you?
Go
Walking
Dogs.
around here like Zoolander. Dylon says, without Aiden
Do
Hutchinson,
that.
RIP to his leg.
Yes.
That was nasty. Terrible. Freak accident.
He might not come back until
Buddy.
playoffs next year.
His tibia, the big one, snapped
Yeah.
in half.
Eee.
He might not
How's
be
it
back.
happen?
That's the Joe Theismann injury.
Dude,
Seriously.
that's happening more and more. I feel like.
Tibia snapping.
Well,
Dude,
just like
that
the
was
leg
like
snapping in general. I feel like it's like one every year now.
I watched it, and I was like, that was the perfect storm of unfortunate events. It was just incredible, all the timing that had to happen for that to just, it was unbelievable. It was crazy.
Well, let me long-term take here.
Ooh.
Could this be the start of his wrestling career?
Mm.
Ooh,
Like
future?
WWE?
Put a future on it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm. The Hutchback of Notre Dame comes out there looking like Quasimodo. Yeah. I think that could work. Detroit's pass rush will be non-existent, and Sam Darnold will assert dominance over the NFC North. You have to be able to throw against the Lions.
They can throw.
Yeah. I think that's the big factor. You have to be
Is
able to
Sam
throw.
Darnold starting to be figured out, though?
Probably.
6 games of tape.
Well, we don't know how Kevin O'Connell is off of a bye yet. We don't have enough stats. Everybody always says the Andy Reid stats, 28, 21-3 after a bye or whatever it is. Shut up.
Sean McDermott's undefeated after a bye.
Unless it's in the playoffs because they never had the 1 seed. Bass cost me a shot at plus 45,000. Probably turn the entire game around, missing that field goal in the third. Hope he loses his Roku remote.
Well, what I have to say about that is if you've watched the whole show, you know that betting splits tells you not to do parlays.
That's
Stop
true.
Doing parlays.
Go back and watch the show, Buttery Biscuits.
80 million got wasted in parlays.
Oh, I like that. Detroit should trade Amon-Ra St. Brown to Dallas for Micah Parsons. Yes. Thoughts, Tex?
I mean, I'd rather have Micah Parsons because we need him more than we need Amon-Ra St. Brown. Not saying St. Brown's not good.
Wow,
I just don't know that Dak can get him the ball.
Look, you're basically
Facts.
trading podcast for podcast then.
Also facts.
St. Brown has a podcast?
Mhm.
Yeah. Him and his brother.
Him and
Nice.
Equanimous. Amon-Ra and Equanimous.
At this point, if they don't have a podcast, I'm surprised.
That's true.
Everybody's got
Debo Samuel has one.
Really?
Yeah. 80 million, 7.6 billion wasted in parlays. Dude, but it's so much fun to do a parlay. They know it too. They know it.
I'm 0 for 2
Okay.
this week.
Is
I
this
still got mine still riding? What's the score of
Hey,
the FIU
what's
game?
your second one?
My second one is, do the Browns and the Raiders get the, quote, lose your star player, quote, boost and win this week? The Browns beat the Bengals. Very possible. And I think they opened the window up for Chubb.
They did.
And do who did the Raiders play? The Rams?
Rams.
Time for some guys to step up. Now you know you're the guy.
Interim player bump.
Yeah.
Yes. But that goes directly against my Cincinnati getting back in the AFC North race. So I have to disagree. Secondly, for me, is this Super Bowl preview week? Let me explain. Texans, Packers. Chiefs, Niners. Ravens, Bucks. Super Bowl preview matchups. Thoughts?
No.
Okay, there was only 3 games. I thought there was more than that, but that's not the case.
Broncos, Saints.
No.
Broncos, Saints. Chargers, Cardinals. Raiders, Rams. I think that's all of them. Potentially.
Yeah.
I just wanted to float that idea out there. Super Bowl preview matchup. Just saying. Could we get a repeat? Chiefs, Niners.
No.
Any other hot takes before you get going?
No.
Okay. Now is the time of the show where we update Purdy talk. Here we go. Brock Purdy is the #1 graded quarterback in the NFL via PFF. That's crazy, isn't it, guys? That's not me making things up. He's above Derek Carr, Joe Burrow, Lamar. Oh, look at that. Oh, wait, there's another one. Yards after catch percentage, team totals. Look who's in first. The Chiefs, 64% of their yards come from after the catch. That's wild. The Bills are 55.6. They're fifth. Whoa, look at this all the way down here at the bottom, folks. Holy moly. It's the Niners. 32nd out of 32 teams by a mile. Least amount of yak yards after catch percentage. Huh. I was told that Brock Purdy is a yak merchant, a dink and dunk, Mr. Now, mind you, he's second in the league in passing yards. So how can he be second in the league in passing yards but have the lowest amount of yak? That means he's throwing the ball downfield. Huh. I was told Caleb Williams is learning. I was told a lot of things, but look at all these stats that seem to add up. Huh. Interesting.
Well, what I find interesting is that one of your offensive linemen, John Feliciano, tweeted out that it's robbery that Josh Allen hasn't won the MVP yet. So he clearly thinks that Josh Allen is the best player in the NFL.
He
so what do you have
knows
to say about your own players saying that there's another quarterback that's better than your quarterback?
Kittle likes him too.
That's all. That's all the stats I need.
Kittle likes him too.
Otani just hit an absolute moonshot.
He did. He hit an absolute upper deck right there.
That was an absolutely mashed ball.
It was absolutely tasered. I mean, people.
He watched it too. He stroked that thing, buddy.
Wow.
Dodgers won the World Series.
I don't know.
They got to get past the Mets. If they can get past the Mets, they're going to do it.
What's the series at?
It's 1-1.
Series tied
1-1.
Oh,
they're going to win tonight. They're going to win tonight. The Dodgers are. That ball was absolutely smoked.
That ball was bamboozled.
Look at him.
He's not even pitching this year.
No.
What's crazy is that he's a good pitcher too.
Golly, dude. That ball was crushed. Okay. Yeah. That was the Brock Purdy segment of the show. Again, everybody has
out of the stadium. That was almost out of the stadium.
Dude, yes. That ball was, that thing was so far up there. Here we go. Everybody has a right to put their quarterbacks and players' shows up. They have graphics. You can do those too. Okay. Let's do it. Hit the electric factory.
Well, I was booing you.
Okay, the DFS and picks and parlays and whatever you want to call it, ladies and gentlemen, Week 7, Week 8, the GOAT Rack Bargain Bin, NFL DFS and bets, not advice, Week 7 NFL, Week 8 college football, choose anything you want, betting cards. Here we go. So far, 43-36 after 2 of the hottest weeks of all time, I'm pretty sure. We took it more seriously, so now we're 7 games over 500, boys. Now is when we step on the gas. J-Vi, go.
So I told you that I was going to play the Saints at -2.5, but for the sake of this, I didn't put that on here. I got a lot of college games here, and there's 2 that I don't have on here that I'll still tell you about. I'm just not going to do it, just because I kind of forgot and didn't do it. But the first one I'm hitting is on Friday. Oklahoma State versus BYU, who's an absolute wagon.
Wagon. Preach.
Over under for that game's 53. Both those teams like to put up points. So I'm going over 53 Friday night. Oklahoma State, BYU.
He got you right there.
Kind of, sort of, not really. But also Friday night, and honestly, I just didn't do this one because I forgot when I was doing my other ones. I'm going Purdue plus 20.
Wouldn't get you a second.
What?
Get you a second card.
I'm going Purdue plus 25 or 27.5 against Oregon. At Purdue, letdown game, and every single year, Purdue upsets a number 1 and number 2 or number 3 team in the country at Purdue.
Facts.
Late night game,
Ask
all
Ohio
blacks.
State.
So plus 27.5. They're gonna lose by 4 touchdowns. I don't know. At home,
I
that's a
bet
lot.
on Purdue not too long ago, and they did lose by 4 touchdowns. They lost by
So
like 7 touchdowns.
you're just taking the points.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go with you on that one.
Saturday, Nebraska at Indiana. Nebraska plus 6. I think Nebraska plays defense well. I don't think Indiana has really played anybody yet, so this will be their first test. So I'm going Nebraska plus 6 on that. Arizona State plus 2.5 at Cincy. Same kind of deal. Arizona State's more battle tested. They played some good teams. They have a decent record, and Cincinnati just hasn't really played anybody. And I don't know how Sat does in big games. I don't think his record is very good in big games since moving from App.
Shout out quarterback from Indiana who played at Ohio, transferred from Ohio, Curtis Rourke. Maction.
Texas Tech plus 6.5 versus Baylor. Texas Tech is tied for the lead in the Big 12 right now.
Facts.
Baylor stinks. Baylor
stinks. Grinch their ass.
Even though it's at Baylor, I'm going Texas Tech plus 6.5. One I didn't add on here that I'm going to tell you about because I'm back on the wagon because I got on them last week. I just didn't say it because I was, I like to keep it a secret when I bet them. But I'm going to tell you this.
You're afraid to put it on there because you don't want to.
Because I'm not going to bet them because of who they're playing. But Buffalo Bulls plus 1.5.
No.
Buffalo Bulls plus 1.5 versus Western Michigan. I'm not going to bet that game because Western Michigan's head coach coached us at App. I don't want to bet against him. But the Bulls at home plus 1.5.
Lance Taylor.
My last one on this list. Texas minus 2.5 versus Georgia. Georgia gets off to slow starts. That's been well documented. I don't think they have the firepower to catch up with Texas. And since Butch isn't here to throw the jinx out, I'm going Texas minus 2.5. Moving to Sunday.
Nice
we've already talked about these. Sunday, I'm taking Washington minus 6.5 against Carolina. I think they at least win by a touchdown. And taking the Niners minus 1.5 versus the Chiefs because the Chiefs really don't care about this game. Kelsey was at the Indians game the other night because they don't even care. They're not practicing. They're going to let the Niners show all their stuff, let the Niners fans get all hype. Oh, we beat the Chiefs. We finally beat the Chiefs. We own the Chiefs.
I don't care about beating the Chiefs.
You just said you did.
I want to ruin their perfect season.
So Niners -1.5. I think both undefeated teams lose this week.
Love it. Texas, he said he's going to take Texas up to 7.5, ladder them up for plus money. They will beat the brakes off, which I agree with that. I agree with that. Georgia stinks. Georgia's fraudulent. Fraudulent. Okay. There you go. J-bye. Ooh, I'm next. Here we go. I got you a little DFS play here. Xavier Legette. Washington's defense sucks. See Rashad Bateman, see Zay Flowers last week, see negative game script for the Panthers, see the Commanders getting up to a huge lead, see all those things. Xavier Legette, put him in your DFS lineup. Austin Eckler, same game, stack a lack. Brian Robinson nursing a knee injury. Carolina's run defense is terrible. Could have a big lead, could see a lot of work. There you go. Now to the NFL. Over 47. I've been smoking these overs lately. Over gave you Tampa Bay and New Orleans last week. It was 41.5. They scored like 90 points.
Yeah.
Over 47.5 Houston at Green Bay. I don't trust either one of these defenses. And I don't know what the weather is going to be like. So TBD. But
Snowed in Boone last night.
I know. I think this is going to be an absolute shootout. We've seen Green Bay get absolutely dog walked at home in the first half by Minnesota. They give up a lot of points at home. Houston can score. Let's go. And then Arizona State at Cincinnati. I saw it plus 6.5. You saw it plus 2.5. I checked today. It was plus 6.5. Their quarterback.
Wow, people are hammering Cincinnati there.
Arizona State starting quarterback Levitt is hurt, and they're going to have to play the backup Josh Sims.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Me either until I saw it after I already made this slide.
But didn't he come in last week? He did well last week. He played well last week.
He's a transfer from somewhere. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I don't think Cincinnati's.
I was like, I'll take it at 6.5. Better believe it, buddy. There you go. Tex.
I don't. What is it?
He kept sending parlays. I was like, you know what? I'm just putting that damn thing on there.
Yeah, so that one is Nebraska, Missouri.
I wasn't going to type them all out.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of
Nebraska, Missouri, Wisconsin, Tennessee.
This is Texas.
All money lines.
Yeah,
all money lines. Yeah, I think that Tennessee is going to beat Alabama. I think that they're going to run them out the building. I've also got another parlay: Western Kentucky, FIU, Georgia State, all money line. I also had the under in the Sam Houston and Western Kentucky game we just watched. That hit. So I've got Notre Dame, Georgia Tech under 49. Then I got another four-leg parlay: Charlotte Navy, Notre Dame, Georgia Tech, James Madison, Georgia Southern. And it's a combination of overs and unders.
Every game.
Yeah. I've got the Colorado Arizona game over, both in the parlay and as an individual stake.
Stop doing parlays, dude.
I can't help it, man.
I put the stop doing parlays up there again.
Yep.
Oh.
I also followed you on the Purdue Oregon. I took the Purdue with the points.
Yeah.
What else did I have up there?
You had
Texas
money line.
Put Texas money line and then Burrow.
Why money line, you coward? Make him cover the points.
I'll do that one too.
You can't do them both.
I'm gonna do individually. I can.
Yes, individually you can.
And you had Burrow and Chase stacked.
I had Burrow, Chase, because that's going to be a crazy, crazy, crazy amount of points between those two.
There you go. If you're not betting parlays, we can't be friends on me. That negativity.
No, that's right.
Exactly.
That's exactly right. If you and your friends can't bet parlays and talk about it and ride together with them, you're not really friends.
That's what I said. F that guy. The betting splits guy, not our listener.
Hey.
All right.
Did a parlay in his face just because he said that.
There you go. All right, Dylon gives you Cousins, London stack. He says play Jordan Addison in your DFS, and then he says Kareem Hunt over 48.5 rushing yards at San Francisco. Maybe. I don't know. Kareem Hunt looks really slow. I'll just say that. But we'll see. All right, just a few more things. Hang the banners, and then we're going to go over our college football playoffs.
You did it! Congratulations!
Okay, hang the banners. Whoops. Damn it. Well, I guess I'll go first. Let me hang the banner for this dude in fantasy football who put together quite possibly the worst game ever. He played 1, 2, 3. He played all 9 people and scored 1 point.
How is that possible?
He played Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott, Travis Etienne, Chris Olave, Calvin Ridley, Dallas Goedert, Marvin Harrison.
All those guys got hurt.
Dallas defense.
Oh, no.
And Tyler Bass for a grand total of 1 point, 1.22 points. That is quite possibly the worst fantasy football score of all time. So hang the banner for that guy for absolutely sending that and letting people see it. Oh,
Wow.
okay. Who's hanging the banner next? That's a good one.
I can go. This is a little past hang the banner since I didn't get to do it after the game last Sunday night or last Monday night. Whenever the Cowboys and Steelers played, I didn't get to hang my banner for that game. So this hang the banner is for that. I'm going to hang the banner for Dak Prescott. And I don't know if you guys went over this, but Dak Prescott was the first quarterback in NFL history to throw an interception in the same game on 2 different days. His second interception on Sunday was after midnight, therefore making it on Monday, which I guess would be Monday Night Football. So shout out to him for playing in Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football. Same game, different days, 2 picks.
He can't win primetime games, can he? Is he the new Kirk Cousins?
He actually won that game, though.
He did win.
But
I was waiting for you to come up with that. He did win.
He also I don't know how he didn't score on that quarterback rush where he fumbled out of bounds. Yeah, that guy beat on the sideline.
Dude, him and quarterback runs along the sideline the last couple of years
inside the 5-yard line
have been tough for him.
Is Dak Prescott
and me as a fan, because you just watch it, you're just like it's almost it's crazy. I don't understand how he does it, but he does it.
Is Dak Prescott the Will Levis of runs inside the 5-yard line at the sideline? That's the question. He morphs into Will Levis along the sideline and gives us some of the greatest cinema we've ever seen on a football field. It's incredible. Tex, do you ever hang the banner?
I do. I'm going to hang the banner for Sidney Crosby. Tonight, in his victory, not only did he get the game-winning goal, but he also notched his 1,600th career point against the Buffalo Sabres. Passing it to his old buddy, Geno Malkin, to get the Penguins within 1 goal and start the comeback. We won. He got his points. He's rising up the ranks through the annals of history to be the greatest player of all time. And it starts tonight.
That's misinformation.
With our victory over the Buffalo Sabres.
He wasn't nearly this chatty whenever they played the Rangers the other night.
You're going to get community notes if that goes on Twitter that he's the best player of all time.
Yeah, I will clip that.
Why am I going to get community notes?
TikTok will yell at you, which I responded to
Why?
every single comment, by the way.
Did you?
You know, I did hear.
But
some guys,
I hope this makes it to Twitter to TikTok or whatever it's called. Put
I
it on there.
I did hear. I heard some guys talking today, and they were talking about the best duos or the longest paired duos of all time, and they were having a hard time coming up with somebody other than Crosby and Malkin because they've been together for like 17 years, 18
Mm.
years. Like I think the next closest is like
The Sedines.
Curry
Sedin brothers.
and Curry and Clay Thomas, John Stockton, and the postman Karl Malone, but they weren't as long as Malkin and
Brady and Gronk were together for a while.
not 17 years though.
The Sedin brothers.
They're twins. That doesn't count.
Of course, it doesn't count. I found one, and you're like, that doesn't count. It ruins my argument. Ooh. Okay. College football rankings. J-Vi,
Yes.
tell the people.
Not much change in my rankings this week. Most of the favorites won. At least my opinion was who should have been the favorites. So I got Texas, Oregon, Clemson, Iowa State, Boise State, Miami, BYU, Indiana. None of those changed. I moved up Army, Navy, Pitt.
Hell yeah.
And I originally had the Cowboys in here to play in the college football playoffs on their bye based off of their performance. But I decided that SMU was the better team out of Dallas, Fort Worth area.
Facts.
I put SMU in there instead of the Cowboys.
That was also a stroke.
Golly, the Dodgers are pouring it on.
Yeah,
Another upper
that was
decker.
a stroke. Yeah.
Dude. Oh. The Muntzler. Get that man a Lorax shirt.
Mm-hmm.
New York can't catch a break. The Jets got killed. Mets are getting killed.
There's nobody in the Met Stadium right now.
I thought you guys were semi-serious until this is a satire show. I get it now.
Iowa State's the best team in the Big 12.
Hey, check this one out, Mr. Buttery Biscuits. Hey, Texas, Oregon, BYU, Miami. There's your top four. Penn State, Indiana, Army, Pitt, Iowa State, Navy, Boise State. I left Ohio State in there because they had a quality loss. That's how the committee does it to Oregon. So I left them in there at 12. So
I would love to see Army or Navy up there in the playoff. That would be absolutely electric.
This is America.
What is a real shame, though, is Army or Navy could go undefeated, and they would probably get in. But Boise State also should get in if they keep mollywopping teams like they have been. Oregon beat them on a last-second field goal. They actually played Oregon better than Ohio State played them.
Yeah, that game was awesome. Army is better than Navy, though. Embrace debate.
We'll find out 2 weeks in a row.
We'll find out. I hope they're both undefeated. I hope they both.
That would be. Oh my!
Do you see the Army coach? He was on some show and he said, "I didn't even know they still had a football team at Navy." Talking that smack.
That's awesome.
Give me another Army Navy game in the snow. Give me that and put it in my veins, please.
Oh. I don't even care if they made the playoff. Just give me Army Navy back to back. Are you kidding me? Getting redemption,
incredible.
not having to wait an entire year.
That second game is going to be
holy
awesome.
Moly! Oh, we got Smitty in here. Says go Ducks. They're up there. We'll put them up there.
Smitty hasn't been in here all year until the Ducks win.
Hey, shout out your coach for making them change the rules. That was hilarious. Hilarious. And also,
I think that was on purpose, but now he's just playing it up like it was. I don't think it was on purpose.
Hey, whatever. Hey, play it. Make it seem like you were the smartest guy in the room. Go ahead, dude. Games of the week. Here you go. Great lineup, dude. Great lineup. Lots of ranked games in here. Love that North
Michigan
Texas
and Illinois.
Well, they're both ranked 24 versus 22.
That's so you get quality wins in the Big Ten. It's exactly what you say the SEC does.
I'm taking Illinois in that game.
I don't care about their numbers. I don't care. This
Georgia
game's sneaky.
Tech.
This game's sneaky right here. Bet Georgia Tech. Do it. Do it at home.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Do it.
Who's Memphis play?
North Texas.
Is North Texas good this year?
I don't know, but they sling it all over the yard. Okay, that's enough. That's enough buttery biscuits.
Hey,
SEC sucks. Frauds. Frauds. Anyways, I think that's everything, guys. There you go. Follow us on all of our stuff. Anything else, boys?
no.
All right. Inter Squad Dad Kings Jamboree. It's right at the bottom there. Butch has a commanding lead. J-By's in second. I'm in third with 5. Dylon's in fourth with 3. Tex is in fifth with 2. Tex acting like the Cowboys right now. So, recommend our show. If you like our show, leave us a review. Leave us a comment on your everywhere you find your podcast. That would be absolutely incredible for us if you could find the time to do that, and we will shout you out on the show. And getting roasted in the comments, but podcast will be out tomorrow. If you just tuning in, go check it out, and then we'll do another live show tomorrow night after the game, and then another one on Saturday, and then we'll be back Sunday as a group. So check us all out right here. Yell us on TikTok, yell at us on Instagram, all that fun stuff. And that's it. Right, boys? SEC or frauds, and he proceeds to have #1 game on the list. That wasn't my list. That's not my list, BMO. I just found
He also
it.
has him ranked #1 in his
I will continue to rank Texas #1 because I heard all about the SEC. Texas is going to get a real taste of football. Whip de freaking do. And they come in there and they're whooping everybody up and down. And the SEC is nowhere to be found. It's Texas. So please,
coach from the
I'm
SEC.
the biggest Texas fan in the world right now.
They took an SEC coach and made him an SEC program
We
to
had
be
to
ready.
listen to, we're going to bend them over and slap them up and down, bend them over our knee, spank
Hey,
their
we'll
little
find
bottom.
Out Saturday night, 7 o'clock.
Oh, gosh. I hope they beat him by 40. I hope they beat him by 40.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Oh, my gosh. Give it to us. Give it to me. Play some.
We love football.
Go Bills.